Good morning from Portugal. It is 9:50 here. It is our last day at the hostel we are currently staying. So these last 3 days, Jonathan and I have pretty much just been adjusting to our new sleep pattern. Jet lag has been really rough. You might notice, oh, yeah, you might see it in my face a little bit. Um, Last night I tried to sleep without melatonin for the first time. It's kind of rough. But overall, there's definitely been a general trend in improvement in sleep. Aside from jet lag, we're also facing very tough sleeping conditions because it's a hostel, a shared dorm, so there's a lot of noisy roommates. There's a lot of noise coming from the street. They collect the garbage here at night, and most of all, the room is very, very hot. The temperatures here have not reached 98 degrees exactly, the like our Uber driver had said that they would, but they have been above 90 degrees every day. And even when the temperature drops at night, the temperature in the room does not follow it for a few hours, which is quite tough to deal with. So I've already had breakfast. I've been in the routine of making eggs for breakfast here, just as I do at home. I've been using grass-fed butter too. Um, the eggs here are really interesting. What I've learned is that there's actually a correlation between how dirty the egg is on the outside and how nutritious it is on the inside. So the eggs that seem fairly clean and pre-washed here have yellowish yolks, which are pretty good. But the ones that have dirt and grime and even a little bit of feather on them actually have beautiful yolks that aren't even golden. They're actually more just straight orange, which is an indicator of a very high omega-3 content. So um, probably some of the best eggs I've had nutritionally in my life. And so I've been very excited about that. We haven't really eaten out. We've been grocery shopping. Besides the eggs, I've made hamburgers, basically, and these little chicken sandwich things. We haven't really explored that much either. Like I said, we've just been recovering from the jet lag and taking things easy and getting our bearings in the city and learning words like obrigado, which is how you say thank you in Portuguese. But the hostel we're going to next is a little more south of where we are, and I believe that's where all the scenic tourist attractions are. So I believe we'll be doing a lot more sightseeing. It's my sense that there's not really a lot to see in the way of sights around here. I did bring a yoga mat with me. I have been meaning to do yoga every day, and I've done an okay job of that. But there's not really any good places to do yoga around here. I can open Google Maps and I can look around for parks, but there's not parks. And then I can look for gardens, which are like in a city, it's like a park but a little smaller. And none of those are very suitable either. I'm just just looking for a flat and accessible plane of grass to lay out my, or not even grass, just soft ground to lay out my mat on. But I don't find a whole lot of that around here. This city is called the City of Seven Hills, and it's very evident why there's a lot of hills here. Our hostel is at the top of this hill, which is which is quite difficult. It basically guarantees that every single time we leave, we come back completely exhausted by the time we reach the top of the hill. Given the slope, given the amount of weight we're sometimes carrying, and given the temperature here, and just the fact that I lack conditioning in general. Jonathan's not having too bad of a time with the conditioning anyway, but I have had some muscle soreness in my legs because of the fact that I'm not as trained in walking as he is. So, like I said, we had breakfast. We got a little bit more food, but only about 2 more hours to finish it all. So we have some chicken we need to eat before then. So my plan now is to go back inside and repack my bag. I kind of messed up with my planning. I never tested out my bag by packing it fully before we left. I tried to do it at the last minute, and I was shocked to learn that my bag is just a little bit too small for all of the things that I've brought. So it sucks because I can't just throw everything in there and go. I have to. I took a very strategic approach when we got here, repacking it, taking very detailed notes as to how I could maximize the space, the utilization of the space, how I could pack it as efficiently as possible to fit the most that I could into it. That's helped a bit, but it's still not going to fit 100% of the things. So some of the articles, like my sandals and my hat, are going to have to go either externally attached to the backpack, hanging through some loop, or in a grocery bag in my hand. So that's too bad. By the way, we were able to recover Jonathan's credit card successfully from the bank that had retained it at the ATM. So that's good.